beneficial. And here's even one better. It would be even better if it wasn't just our community, where the whole earth, whether you be an Israelite or not, that's right, walk with these laws one amongst each other without breaking them or violating the lines of our nations. I'm not going to do these things to you. You are not to do these things to me. We are to treat everyone according to the rules that was intended from the beginning. Would that be good or bad? So, and this is what, and that's some of what's missing when people talk about the Bible. When people discuss the Hebrews or the Israelites and all these others, what's lost in all of this is the fact that the earth is in total chaos for not following God's law. Elder, let's get Exodus. We're going to get through this real quick.
Yes, sir.
Exodus 20, right? And let's read on down. Let's read right through.
Exodus 20, verse number 1.
Come on.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
I am the God who brought you out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Out of the house of bondage. So you can't serve those gods that we seen in Egypt, folks. Already the Most High is separating us from the beliefs that comes through Egyptology. If he wanted us to follow that garbage, we would have still been in Egypt. And this was weird that our people make these sideways backward religions that didn't exist anywhere before America. A lot of you don't know this, folks. This is funny too. Do y'all know that Egyptology and the whole idea of it came from white historians in the Western world? So they'll tell us that the Bible is a white man's book. And Egyptology was created by a white historian here in America. And listen, I've been to Egypt. Even the Egyptians will look at you like, no, that's some nonsense y'all came up with not knowing any better. Egyptians don't even deal with Egyptology like this. Let's read it. Come on.
Yes, sir. Also, if I can mention, people always like to place the Bible under slave master religion. Well, at one point, the Egyptians were our slave masters. So what does that say about the religion of the Egyptians?
Exactly. What they'll try to do is try to misdirect the conversation.
Right.
Instead of dealing with that, the reality is that there's history to show that Israelites, were in Egypt.
Right.
They'll try an argument and claim, well, really, there's no proof that it even happened.
Right.
According to what? History. And then you ask them where the history is, and the history that they're holding on to came from a white man. When really the history's there. They just move the dates from the time it actually happened. Oh yeah, at the time of Ramesses, there's no time that showed the Israelites were on the Ramesses. Folks, the Bible never said that the Israelites were in captivity under Ramesses.
Right.
That was talking of a location that was called Ramesses later. So even the Bible never said that the captivity was under Ramesses. So you got all these Egyptian historians. I'm looking at Ramesses. There's no archaeological proof this has ever happened. It's impossible for them to be Israelites. Huh? The Bible never said that the Israelites was under captivity under Ramesses. Listen, we know the Pharaoh. The little dwarf dude. That we were under captivity. Elder Iraq, give me his name real quick.
Bess.
Bess was the one name for him, but he's another name in the Jasher. Adakim. That's right. Adakim was the Pharaoh when we were in captivity. And he was a dwarf, little short troll looking demon by the name of the Egyptian Bes, B-E-S. It wasn't Ramesses. So they'll try to use Ramesses and say, oh, there ain't no history of Israelites anywhere during Ramesses. Because the Bible never said we were under Ramesses as a pharaoh. His name was Adakim. Under the Egyptian dwarf by the name of Bes, B-E-S. That's right. Take it, snip it, and give it to the conscious communities. They can come to some sense. Because they're not really looking at history. They're looking at anything that would defy the only book that can help them. They're just looking at something to argue with against the Bible. So you're not really in our communities trying to set up a foundation in which we can come together under. Your whole thing is to come against the book. Evil.